is the $53 P bass on Wish.com, or really the cheapest bass on Wish.com. And is it any good? It's okay. It's really rough though. So a few weeks ago, my friend Hunter, or Agufish on YouTube, came out to me a few weeks ago and he was like, hey, so I'm gonna make another video where I do this really cheap piece of shit guitar. You should get the cheapest bass there too, and we can just do another collab. You can provide the low end for the song I'm gonna do. I'm like, of course, that sounds awesome. I had never even heard of Wish.com. It sort of seems like a weird AliExpress, eBay ripoff, which it just, there's so much about it where you go onto it, you're like, man, just by going on the website, you feel they already have all of your information. They already have your social security number. They already have your credit card info, all of it. But I mean, I got the bass and my identity hasn't been stolen yet. So on to the bass itself. This is the actual description from the website. 1, new and in good condition. All right, that's always good when buying a new guitar. 2, comfortable hand feeling, stylish outlook, stable performance, and melodious sounds. Yeah, okay. 3, compared with ordinary guitar, it has thicker strings and large string tension. That is what a bass guitar is. 4, a perfect instrument for emitting wonderful bass effect. That's not true at all. 5, it has a silky balance to the tone that supports vocals beautifully. Yeah, sure. 6, can be a nice gift for your friends or families. Don't do that. Onto the specs, it says it has a rosewood fingerboard. Man, for $60 with the new trade restrictions that are happening now, I highly doubt that it's rosewood. Style, burning fire. It would make for good kindling. 3, it apparently comes in red, black, blue, white, sunset color, and wood color. I was gonna choose the wood color, but the blue was actually the only option, so I don't know why it says there's all these different color options when it only gave me one choice, so I just got this blue. Then it gives the guitar dimensions as well as the guitar weight, coming in at 109.34 ounces or 6.8 pounds. And that might be accurate. It is really light, extremely light, to where it feels like plastic or plywood light though. It says the body is made of basswood, which is a light wood, yes, but there's something about just the overall feeling of this, and it actually, there's a lot of little scars and little dings in it, which just make me feel that there's no way that this is all basswood. I feel like there's MDF or plywood somewhere within this body, or some sort of wood filler, because it is extremely light, but it feels so fake in so many ways. Then it says the package includes 1 bass, I don't know what that is, 1 power wire, as if it's an amp or something, and 2 tools. But it actually did come with this little bag that has an instrument cable, which I'm guessing that's what they're calling the power wire. So the cable, which is definitely the cheapest thing I've ever felt in my entire life. And then it does also come with 2 Allen wrenches too, to actually adjust the bass in the different ways. And I definitely needed to adjust it when it came in. So again, with the body, it's super cheap, super light, and it just feels like if you throw it on the ground from about 3 feet up, it's just gonna shatter into a million pieces. The hardware itself, so we have the strap buttons, which feel like cheapo strap buttons. The knobs are regular knobs. You have this 3-ply pickguard, actually a white, black, white. That just seems like, your regular cheap one. The bridge itself seems like regular cheap, standard Chinese made. And the pickups actually, it's kind of surprising. The pickups on it, it doesn't sound bad. It's actually a pretty full and round sounding P-bass pickup, which is extremely surprising. But I mean, of course, it's probably the cheapest thing ever, but it still sounds relatively good through my rig. Moving on to the neck, it is a maple neck, which yes, I believe. Then it says rosewood fingerboard, which again, I don't believe it. It looks like rosewood, kind of, but not really. I have a couple really sharp fret ends to it, which look really nasty. Overall, the quality on it, it's okay. It's not terrible, but like the frets feel and seem really bad. And definitely, if it's something that you wanted to keep over a long period of time, I would turn it into a fretless probably, or just refret it, which seems like way more work than you need to put into it. The nut itself, with no information on it, I'm assuming is just cheap plastic. It does the job. The headstock is actually definitely a copy of a regular Fender headstock. So that's cool, no watermark at all. Has a string tree, and the tuners are god-awful. God-awful. When recording all the audio for this demo, as well as when I provided the low end for Agufish's song on his, the amount of tuning that I did, I think, outweighed how much I was actually recording. Because every take before and after I tuned it, but it was always slightly off in one way or another. The strings that come on this, they make you feel like you should probably get a tetanus shot, and I know Hunter had the exact same reaction too, but I wanted to make this demo with the strings that came automatically on it. They're not treated at all, and they feel like just a nice, just coarse sandpaper going against your fingertips. That doesn't feel great at all, and within the 2 days of me recording with it, they definitely have already become dead, which is not really surprising at all. There's a lot of really bad things with this bass. Again, it feels so cheap, like not because it's light, but there's so many things about it that when you hold on to it, the neck is way more sturdy than the body would ever feel, I think. And it's just one of those things that really irks me. Where the neck is not terrible, it's just so thick and it feels like a baseball bat. And after trying to adjust both the truss rod and the actual saddles themselves, I can never get it set up to where there would be no fret buzz, where it can be low enough for me to actually comfortably play the notes, especially against these disgustingly terrible strings. And it's a very hard bass to play, where it's working against you rather than working with you like a proper instrument should. The bass arrived to me with a couple dings and scratches on it, quite a few little dents. I still don't think I can get a proper actual footage of it. But right here on this pickguard screw, there's a line that goes down probably about 2 inches where the finish cracked. I guess just because of that one particular screw going in too tight. But overall, this bass, while terrible in so many ways, I would say definitely avoid it at all costs. If you're in the market for a super cheap P bass, go with the Harley Benton one. This is $80 or $90 if I remember correctly, and it's so much better in every single way. That bass sounds great, plays fantastically, and it will last a long time, whereas this is just really pretty firewood, and that's about all I have to say. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. If you want to help support the channel like these awesome people right here, go head over to my Patreon page for things like giveaways, early access to videos, and more. Thank y'all so much for watching as always, and I'll see y'all next time.